Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Niall and I am going to be helping you with Microsoft Teams top tips and ways to support learning and teaching in your school. Again, thank you so much for joining us. I am really excited about today's session, so I will see you in just 2 seconds. Okay, so here we are on Microsoft Teams. Now, first of all, I'm just going to create a really quick team to show you some top tips. So the first thing I'm going to do is join and create. We're going to hit create a class, primary 7, done. Okay, that's the easy part. We're just going to add in a few of our pupils. So we're going to have in Dan, and we're also going to bring in Pam as well. Okay, hit add. And we're going to hit then close. The easy part, you've all done this before, that's absolutely fine. So the first thing we're going to have a look at is our class notebook and OneNote. They're both pretty much the same thing here. So we're going to go to our class notebook here on the left hand side. And we are now going to be given the opportunity to set up a OneNote class notebook. Amazing. Just going to make a blank one. We'll start from scratch today. We're going to hit next. And now we can start naming our sections in our class notebook. I quite like the ones that are there. I'm also going to add in questions I have for my teacher. Okay, this is a great place for your students to put any questions that they have throughout the lessons, and they can come back to them at another time, or you can come back to them at another time as well. Now, these look great, but there's a way that we can actually support our learners and make this look even better, and that is actually to put in emojis for our sections on our class notebook. So the way that we do this is, if you're on a Windows device, you can hit the Windows button and the full stop, and then we can start typing the word that we want, the emoji we want. So handouts, let's type in book. Let's just type in book and see what we get. There we go, perfect. So we're just gonna put in any of these. I'm gonna go for the blue one there. Perfect. Class notes, again, Windows button or Windows key and full stop. And we're gonna type in this time again. Let's go for notebook this time. There we go. I'm gonna put in a space as well, just to make that a bit clear for my students. Homework. Let's put in Windows key and full stop. We're just going to type in paper this time. Let's see what comes up. Or let's go for pencil actually. There we go. Paper and pencil. Fantastic. And space. Quizzes. Oh, this one's a good one. Let's go for maybe a question mark. So Windows key full stop. And let's go for a question mark. Perfect. There's a red one. Space. And questions that I have for my teacher. Oh, maybe the question mark could go in, or maybe we could put in a white question mark instead. Let's go for question mark. Oh look, there's hands up. Perfect. White question mark and hands up. Amazing. Space. Fantastic. There is our first tip for today, how to add in emojis to your sections on your class notebook. Fantastic. So let's now hit create. Now it is really easy to navigate our class notebook because we've got our emojis there. Okay, so we're just waiting for that to work. So next we're going to be having a look at handwriting. Okay, here is our class notebook, and if I pop into Dan's work, there are our emojis in all of our sections. Amazing, I love it. Okay, so now let's pretend to be Dan. Now we can add in our drawing. We've got our drawing tools here, so we can draw whatever we like. Let's just put maybe an O, maybe a T. Okay, I'm just putting in sounds there for our handwriting. Maybe Dan likes to take notes that way, maybe he doesn't. That's absolutely fine. But I'm going to show you a really cool way that you can do your handwriting on class notebook with your class. So we are, instead of drawing on using Teams and our notebook, we're actually going to go File and we're going to click Edit in Desktop App. So this is when you're using your Windows device. So opening the link. So if you give it 2 seconds, here we go, it's just loading. Fantastic, so there is Dan's work. Instead, we are going to go to View along the top and we're going to go to Rule Lines, okay? So, sorry Dan, let's just get rid of this little piece of work there. Rule Lines, and I'm going to put in thick ruled lines. Look at that, now we've got our ruled lines to support our learners with their writing and with their handwriting. So I can come back to Draw now and I can start writing away. So I can put, hi Dan. Now, if you've got your learners using devices that have a touch screen, amazing, this is going to be so much easier for them. Maybe they've got a pen or a pencil as well that works with their touch screen, fantastic. I'm currently using my mouse. But there we go, we've now got our writing, our handwriting done in our class notebook, and me as a teacher, I can come back at any time and have a look at their work that is all saved and organised online. So well done Dan, that looks amazing. I'm now going to give you a sticker to say well done. So I'm going to go to Insert and I'm going to come all the way along to Stickers. Now I can add in just the normal stickers, like we could add in, where's the tick one? There, I could put in a tick and say well done Dan with a tick. Good, oh, I'm still drawing. We've got our tick there, but I'm going to choose instead this one here. This doodle frame, and I'm going to put in a personalized message. So I can click the pink one, I can go amazing work Dan and hit done, and now I've got my personalized sticker there for Dan. Now this works with other stickers as well, so I can come to stickers and I can scroll down and I can select, for example, any of these stickers that have the pen beside them. So I could click on, I think it's an apple, or is it a pepper? Let's go, let's select whatever this is here, and we're going to just go for super work Dan, and hit done, and there we go, there is our new sticker for our learners. Fantastic work everyone, brilliant work so far, good job. So the last thing that we're going to put in is we're going to record some instructions. So we're going to come home and we are going to dictate. So I'm going to hit dictate now, and when I start speaking, the device that you're using will start to insert the words that you are saying. So I could say, new line, hello everyone, thank you for joining us today. There we go. Now we have our dictated notes. So I'm going to stop that just now. It takes a second to catch up. So we've got our dictated notes in there, which is fantastic. Maybe we can move some of these around. Stickers, there's our sticker. I'm also going to include something different though. I'm going to include an audio recording as well. So I'm going to go to Insert and I'm going to insert some audio into here. So we're going to go Record Audio. Hello everyone, thank you for joining us today. Great work Dan, well done. I'm then going to hit stop and I can hit play. Hello everyone, thank you for joining us today. Great work Dan, well done. Fantastic. So now we've got our handwriting skills, we have included emojis in our work, in our notebook sections. We've got our personalized stickers, we've got our dictated notes, and we've also got audio recordings. Now you could use these audio recordings for instructions for your learners, you could use them as feedback, but you could also use them as a way of showing thinking. Fantastic work. So now we're going to have a look at how we can sort out our maths and do our maths work using OneNote as well. So I'm going to make a new page here. I'm not going to worry about naming it or anything. And I'm going to write out the sum. 5 plus 3 equals. Now that's really simple for us to do, but for our learners it's a wee bit tricky, especially if we're working with the younger ones. So instead what I'm going to do is select that sum and I'm going to hit on the maths button. And look, there we go. It's recognized our sum as 5 add 3 equals, and I can click evaluate to get the answer. So there's our answer, number 8. Show steps. I can show the solution steps as well. It will tell us what to do, but I'm going to ask my learners to do that instead. So now I'm going to pretend to be Dan, and I'm going to insert an audio recording of my thought process. You ready? So to add 5 and 3, what I did was I put 5 fingers on one hand, 3 fingers on the other hand, and I counted those fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I knew that the answer was 8. And there we go. We have included our learners' thought processes and seen what has gone on in their heads whilst they were completing our activities. Amazing work. I will see you on our next top tips. Okay, so now we are going to be having a look at how to have a video call on Microsoft Teams. So up in the top right hand corner, I'm going to click on Meet, and I can either meet now or I can meet later. So give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to swap over because I'm already in a meet and ready to go. So here we are. We are in our meet. Now there's way too many Niles here, so I'm just going to turn off the camera on my second device. 2 seconds. Turn off that camera just to show you. So this is me up in the top right hand corner, okay, as the educator. So the first thing I want to do is I want to change my background. This is a lovely background. We've actually got a new plant right here. Thank you to Carol, I think, who went out and got that. But yeah, no, we're wanting to change our background. So up in the top options bar, I'm going to come down and I am going to go down to Apply Background Effects. Now I can add in my own background as a picture, or I can choose one of the ones that are here. We've got things like contemporary office, we've got things like beach. I'm just going to you can hit preview so that people can't see them whilst you're changing them, which is a great thing. So we can hit preview to see what the spaces are like, but I am going to choose the beach option. Look at that beach. How cool is that? That's amazing. Okay, you can also blur your background as well if you're wanting to. Hit apply, and there we go. We've now got a blurred out background. Oh, look at this one. I quite like the pink bubbles. There we go. So there we go. Now we've got our background. We're going to have a look at the layout of attendees. Now if you've got lots of people in your class, there's a really cool thing that you can do. So you can adjust from gallery mode to large gallery mode and include more pictures in there. But you can actually click on together mode. Now there's only me in this meeting, so I can't do that just now. So I'm going to show you a photo of that just now. Look how cool that was. That is really smart. So what happens is it kind of crops out the background, and you can actually select different meeting venues, whether that's kind of a lecture theatre. There's loads of different spaces that you can choose to have your meeting and for it to look like you're all meeting together. So that's a really cool feature that I really like in Microsoft Teams. The next thing I'm going to show you is you can actually turn off all incoming cameras. So one issue that I've been having a lot recently is that my Wi-Fi is just not coping, and it is finding it really hard to cope with everybody's cameras playing at the same time. Me sharing my camera, me sharing my screen is just not coping. My laptop is going too slow. So one tip that I have for you is to actually turn off other people's cameras incoming. Their cameras are still on for them, but you are not then able to see their cameras. So I'm going to show you that in action just now. So if I come back on to my second account here, turn on my camera, again, way too many Niles here. So as the teacher, you'll see when I click turn off incoming video, it turns off the cameras. Okay, keeps mine on for everyone. They can all see everybody else's cameras, that's fine, but your device is not going to go really slow when you've got everybody else's cameras and videos coming into you. Okay, fantastic. So I'm just going to turn that back on again so I don't get confused. Give me 2 seconds here. The next thing I'm going to show you is how to add in breakout rooms. Now it's a little bit hard, I've only got my second account here, but we're still going to have a look anyway. So up at the top you've got the option for breakout rooms. Now breakout rooms are amazing. Think in your classroom. You've got your lesson and maybe one group goes to the back of the room, one group will sit outside the room, one goes to the library to work. Breakout rooms are essentially the same thing. It just gives you a new space to work without all the distractions of everyone else there watching and listening. So we're going to go to select the number of rooms. Maybe you want 1 room, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, all loads of rooms, up to 50 rooms. I'm just going to select 2 just now. And you can either automatically assign people to rooms or you can manually put them in yourself. I'm just going to hit automatic. Now it's going to start creating my rooms. And here we are, here are my rooms. So I can hit assign participants and it's going to drag them into their rooms as we go. You ready? Assign. Unfortunately, my account is the guest account, so that's fine, but for you it will assign them automatically. We can then also add in a room if we need to. We can delete the room and we can also rename rooms as well by clicking on those 3 dots at the side. We can also recreate the rooms as well. So if I click this, it will be deleting all the existing rooms. So recreate from the start. Here we go. 2 again, automatically putting people in. And to the right we can bin the rooms entirely and just start again. And lastly we've got a few settings. So you can assign presenters to manage the rooms. Maybe you've got your digital leaders who are working with your learners in your class as well. They could be the presenters. You've got a time limit. So after a time limit it's going to drag everyone back into the main call. You've got the opportunity to automatically move participants to rooms, and participants can return to the main call. So if you turn that on, they've got the option to go back to the main call themselves. Great, that's a great thing for if you physically aren't able to be in each of the rooms, then your learners can come back to the main rooms, ask their questions and then go back to their breakout room. Okay, so let's just come out of our rooms just now. Let's just get rid of these. The next thing we're going to have a look at is meeting notes as well. So up in the top right hand corner you will see the 3 dots again, and we're going to come down to meeting notes. So in the meeting notes I've got the opportunity to hit take notes. Now on our Microsoft Teams I've got the opportunity to add a new note. So let's go for welcome everyone. Okay, here's our notes. Remember that it is Pam's birthday tomorrow. Okay, there's our first note. Let's add a new note. Let's say remember. So this, we could have a list of tasks to remember. Bins out, chairs tidied, etc, etc. You can choose. So there, now we've got our notes meeting channel up at the top. We've got our new tab for meeting notes. As a teacher you can go in and you can have a look at these. Okay, so lastly we're going to have a quick look at downloading our attendance figures. So as a teacher you've got access to this. We can come up to the top right. We're going to go to our participants, show participants to see everyone who is in the meeting. I can add in any of my classmates to, as a teacher you can add them in to your meeting, but we are actually going to click on the 3 dots and we're going to click download attendance list. Okay, so it's downloading. Now I'm going to hit the one file was downloaded and I'm going to click on the Excel sheet that has been created, and now we've got information on who joined, when they left, and timestamps as well. Absolutely blows your mind. So if you're needing this for registration purposes, if you're needing this for your data, see who's joining in, see when people are joining, leaving, you've got all that data there as the teacher. Amazing. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you in just a second. Okay, hello. So we are now going to have a look at a setting that I think is going to make everything so much better for you. Now, when somebody calls you, you hear the same ringtone every single time. Well, mine is starting to grate on me a little bit. I've had so many calls. Let's have a look at changing that ringtone. So we're going to come up to the top, the three dots, and we're going to go into settings. And from here, I'm going to come down and into calls. Now, I'm going to come down to ringtone, and I can change the ringtone that I hear. So I'm going to hit the default one so you can hear it. You're probably used to that sound. But let's change the ringtone to maybe flutter. Maybe ring ring. Maybe wish granted. Oh, that's quite a cool one. Bubbles. I like that one. I'm going to keep bubbles, I think, this time. So yeah, that is how you change your ringtone in the settings options. Hello, so now we are going to be having a look at adding in different tabs and applications to our Microsoft Teams. So I'm going to click on the plus here on my team, and I'm going to add in a tab. Now, there's loads of ideas here that you can include, but I am going to go back up to the top, and I'm actually going to go to more apps. Now, what's great is that honestly, there's hundreds, there's loads here that you could include. But on the left-hand side, you will actually see that there is an education category. And within this category, we've got loads of amazing different apps and tabs that you could include. So we've got things like Prezi, we've got things like Pear Deck, we've got things like Kahoot. So the best way, oh, Flat as well, amazing. So the best way to add in any of these is to scroll through, see the ones that you like. If it's not there, you can actually search for them over here. So I'm just going to go for Kahoot and see, oh, there we go. I'm going to add it to my team. Now you do get the options to add it to chat as well, but I'm going to add to my team. Let's hit set up. We can log in, so I'm just going to do that now. Give me 2 seconds. Fantastic, so now that I am logged in, all I have to do is click add Kahoot and save. So now I get my own Kahoot tab up at the top. There's some work that I've done previously. My 2 times table quiz that I've done with a class. I created that a year ago now. And up at the top, I've now got a new tab. Thank you so much for joining us today. I've had an amazing time. My name is Niall. You can find us on Tablet Academy on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, loads of different, all the social medias. Please do let us know how you got on and your favourite parts of today's session. Remember, today we were looking at Microsoft Teams top tips to support the learning and teaching in your school. Hopefully you've come away with some amazing top tips from Microsoft Teams. I know that I've had a great time. Hopefully you have too. Thank you for joining us. I'll see you again on another session. Bye.